Okay, say your name and who you played in this production.
Hi, I'm Alexis Edward, and I played Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz.
Hi, I'm Allison Eicher, and I'll give you 2 seconds to guess who I played. The Wicked Witch of the West.
I would have never guessed.
I'm Jessie Perfidio, and I played Glinda the Good Witch.
Hi, I'm Rosie DeLeon, and I played the Scarecrow in The Wizard of Oz.
My name is Erica Reinig, and I played the Cowardly Lion.
Hello there, I am Streely, and I was the Tin Man for The Wizard of Oz.
So, did you have any memorable moments from this production?
One memorable moment, it was from the first night. I got to carry a live dog. It was my Toto for all 3 nights. And after the first night, the ending scene, I was laying on my bed, and I put Toto on my bed, and Toto just ran off stage. And I was like, Toto, where are you going? And then we continued the scene. But that was probably pretty memorable.
Did you have any memorable moments? They obviously were not that memorable.
My most memorable moment was, right before the show on the first night, we never practiced with them. Me and Dorothy went to the dollar store to pick something up, and we found firecrackers there. And I'm not 18, so Dorothy had to buy them. Woo! But, and then so instead of like, when the Wicked Witch goes into flames and leaves, I would throw the poppers on the ground. And every time I left, and the audience got a good kick out of that.
Did you have any memorable moments from this production?
Yes. I would have to say one of my memorable moments was when I got to get into character while I was in the air, because they fly. What we did, we flew Glinda down, you know, because she's a bubble and she flies down, and so like we had like a swing decorated like a bubble, and we flew me down, and before the scene, during the tornado, I had to just like stay in the air, and I loved getting into character in the air. I thought that was really cool. So, do you have a memorable moment from the process of putting on The Wizard of Oz? The most memorable?
Yeah, one time during rehearsal, Streely made this really funny face. The Tin Man made this hilarious face, and it was a real gasser.
Okay.
Most memorable moment. Allison Eicher as the Wicked Witch. She was absolutely fantastic. Just watching her as the Wicked Witch on stage was an absolute joy. I don't know if she intended it to make it that funny, but she was just hilarious with the firecrackers and all that, and her laugh. She really gave this presence whenever she was on stage, and she was just absolutely phenomenal. In my opinion, she stole the show. She was fantastic.
Okay, what was your most embarrassing moment?
Okay. My most embarrassing moment was the first night we kept doing alterations to my Dorothy dress, my blue dress. I had 2 ones. I had a sepia dress and a blue dress. And my blue dress would not Velcro together in the back. So, during the entire first act, I had the back of my dress just, wide open, because that's cool. So, I walked around, and I had to stay in character the whole time, because there was no moments, because I was always on stage, there was no moments that I could Velcro it up. But after the Jitterbug, which is our big dance number, I could Velcro it up, and it was good.
Most embarrassing moment. Oh, jeez. Oh, I got it. It was the 3rd night of the show, and one of the screws in my shoulder was loose. So, as soon as I finished singing If I Only Had a Heart, right on that last beat, I remember, the screw pops. You know, my whole shoulder piece just pops, and it's just hanging there. And I'm like, oh my god, what do I do? Do I acknowledge this? Do I just ignore this? I ended up just ignoring it and just just going along with my scene, just like acting all calm and collective like nothing happened. But internally, I was freaking out. Just, I was raging so hard. Like, my God, why is this happening? But, whatever. Things happen.
Did you have any favorite improv?
Yeah. There is one part where the Scarecrow and the Tin Man were talking, and the Scarecrow was leading us to Oz, and the Tin Man said something about, well, it's pretty brainless of you. And then the Scarecrow said, man, that was a pretty heartless thing to say. That's my favorite.
What did I just ask? Did you have any favorite improv moments?
Yeah, there was usually a stool I would step onto to get onto the ramp wall to be taller than them. And the first night, there was no stool there, and I don't have upper arm strength to get up there myself. So I tried my best to get on the ramp, but it took me a while, so I had to be like, 1 second, while I tried my best to get up there. And then everyone loved that, so we just kept it in there the rest of the time.
What was your favorite improv?
My favorite improv would have to be when it's kind of like a feminist joke, but the Scarecrow is played by a girl, and the Wicked Witch said something like, "You men," and the Scarecrow's like, "I'm a lady," and the Wicked Witch was like, "Then why do you need a brain?" And I thought that was funny.
The best case of improv would have to be that first night. It was, they just started finishing the Tin Man scene, and we all went off stage, and the main characters, we were all walking in the audience, and we exchanged dialogue right off the top of our heads back and forth to kind of fill in the gap for the next scene. And I say something silly along the lines of, "Hey, Scarecrow, do you know where you're going with your lack of brains?" or something like that. And then Rosie, the Scarecrow, turns around and says, "What a heartless thing to say." And as soon as she says that, I'm thinking to myself, okay, we need to keep that for the rest of the nights. That was just perfect.
What was your favorite part?
Oh, my favorite part was when we found the lion throughout the show, because his voice just cracks me up. It was just fun to listen to him.
What was your favorite moment?
Melting. I loved melting when Dorothy actually hit me with the water. She missed once way over there, but anyway, I got hit with water and I was refreshed because I was so hot in that costume. And I just into the box.
I think my favorite moment was just always flopping around, falling and stuff.
My favorite part of the show would have to be being in that Tin Man costume in general. I really got to give it to Rosie and her dad for putting that outfit together. It was absolutely spectacular. It was strange because I felt so empowered in this outfit, but at the same time, I felt so limited. Like, my whole momentum was impaired. I could barely move. And I was very codependent on other people while I was in this suit. I felt like I had my own personal Jarvis from Iron Man or something. I had this whole team of people quickly assembling the suit in the dressing room and then ripping it off in the end of the show. But once I was on stage, it felt great. I really felt like I was this mechanical, robotic person. I really felt like the Tin Man. And just seeing people's reactions to it, it was just, I loved it. It was absolutely spectacular.
So, in The Wizard of Oz, the main character, well, not the main characters, but the unofficial main characters would have to do quick changes. Was that a challenge?
Yeah, I had to go from Elmira Gulch to all green, so I had to have like 2 different people over there, like touching me all over the place, getting me green, and it was hard, but we did it.
Since you were a main character, I remember you had to do quick change. How was that going? How'd that go?
Well, I don't think mine was as difficult as the Tin Man or the Wicked Witch because they had to do full face paint. Well, I just had to draw a nose and eyebrows, and I had to put on false eyelashes so that it cannot look like yellow hay. And then I had the hat and my pigtails on already, so that was fine. But getting out of costume, I had to like run to the dressing room, and me and Auntie M, she was in the next scene also, so we would try to beat each other to the dressing room. And once we got in, we would quickly change. And then the ending scene, whenever we had to, not even 30 seconds of in-between time, where we had to just grab a glob of like face paint remover and just put it on our face and put paper towels and just wipe it all off. We still didn't get into the scene on time.
Did you have to do any quick changes? And if so, could you tell us about that process?
Well, I lost my shoes. Yeah, they yanked it off me, and my shoes came off with it. Yeah, at the very end, that was a quick change. It was stressful.
So, do you have any closing statements?
I have a secret. I think that secretly I was the bad guy because I go into Oz and I kill somebody, and then I join 3 strangers to kill somebody else. I just don't tell anybody.
Do you have any closing statements?
I think that the Wicked Witch of the West is a good person. I think that she was going through menopause, and that's why she is green, and that's why she was grumpy.
Thank you. Do you have any closing statements?
For one, Glinda isn't the bad guy here because a lot of people have been saying, like the Tin Man, that I could have told her from the beginning, but then she wouldn't have met the Scarecrow or the Tin Man or the Lion, and they became her best friends, so I'm not the bad guy.
Thank you so much. Peace.
Do you have any closing statements?
This was a really fun production to put on, and I got to play my dream character. I'm just really happy that, although it was meant for a boy, that I got to challenge myself to make it into a girl part and become Dorothy's best friend forever.
Yay!
Thank you.
Any closing statements?
Oh, I have a spoon.
You have many spoons.
Closing statements. When I initially got the role as the Tin Man, I was a bit skeptical because I didn't really know if I could properly convey the Tin Man, if I could properly emulate that character. But once we rehearsed it more and I really got into the Tin Man outfit, the role really started to grow on me, and truth be told, I had a ton of fun with it. So the show was just, it was a blast. I'm not gonna lie, it was great.
Show us your best melting. Oh, I'm melting! I'm melting! Oh, what a world! Melting! Oh, the world! I was too busy monologuing! Ah, look out! Look out!
Okay, hello again, Dorothy and the Wicked Witch. Hello. So our whole cast knows that you guys have been best friends since 4th grade, but you had something to tell about something that was kind of ironic that happened in your past. Do tell.
Yeah, we've been best friends since 4th grade, Wicked Witch and Dorothy. What grade was it?
7th grade.
7th grade. We always go trick-or-treating together. And it's just funny because I went one year and went as the Wicked Witch of the West.
And I went as Dorothy.
And at the end of the night, she threw a cup of water on me and I melted.
Into a puddle. It was a hard time putting her back together.
So we just thought it was ironic that we came to high school and we were casted as that.
It was pretty awesome.
Did you have like a reaction when you first like heard that's the characters you'd be playing? Like, did you like look at each other or something, or was it just like, nah?
It was like a giant flashback. Like I saw my entire 7th grade life. Halloween. And the two of us getting candy.
Something I find cool about this also is that this is my first year of musical theater because I can't sing to save anyone's life. And I got the character that didn't have to sing. So, that's pretty cool.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
No, just go in now. There are shirts in here. Promise, they're here.
We have many shirts.
They're in the cabinet.
Welcome to show business, where people will interrupt your filming.
I'm so sorry.
Take 2. Thanks.